Hi viewers, welcome back to our channel Make Math Easy. So in the last class we discussed about triangle series, right? So that means the combination of the triangles if they give you how to prove for the maximum minima. This type we discussed in the last class, and before we discussed about the cuboid model, right? So in this class we are going to discuss about surmounted figures. So surmounted in the sense one is placing on the other, right? So it can be anything, the base can be anything, even the opening can be anything also. I mean opening in the sense on the top of the base it can be any plane figure, either a semicircle or a circle, or even an equilateral equilateral triangle, or even another square can be placed. Like this it can be anything, but depends on the question we will proceed. But anyway all questions will follow the same procedure. Formulation will differ because it will be depends on the what is the figure that is placed on the top of the base, based on which the formulation will be changed, but procedure will be the same. So let us see this question. A window is in the form of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircle. So that means you are having a rectangle as a base surmounted by a semicircle opening like this. Okay. Perimeter of the window is 10 meters. So here I want to tell you one small thing here. This is 1 and this is 2. What usually students will think is, when it comes to perimeter of the window means they will just think that it's addition of perimeter of rectangle plus perimeter of semicircle. But actually perimeter case it won't happen in that way, but if it is a case of an area, you can just take area of a rectangle and area of the semicircle on the top. Why it won't obey for the perimeter? It's a simple reason. Perimeter is nothing but the time taken for it to travel, or the distance travelled on the circumference of a particular figure. So that means when it is on the circumference of a given figure means only on this border you are moving, you are not moving inside the figure, right? So that's why for the case of perimeter it won't happen in that way. So just let us, we know what is the perimeter of a rectangle, we know perimeter of a semicircle also we know. So let us just discuss that formulas and then we will go into actual formulation for this. So if I take a semicircle like this is nothing but 2 times of the radius, that is nothing but diameter, and see from here to till this point it has to travel for 180 degree, and each distance is nothing but the r units. So 180 times of r. So that means for this semicircle the radius, the perimeter formula will become pi r plus 2r. What students will think generally is perimeter of a semicircle is half pi r. Sorry, pi r they will pi r they will think. Why? Because it's a semicircle is half of the circle. That's why circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. So semicircle will become half into 2 pi r. But this won't happen in this way for case of a perimeter. For area it will happen, because when it comes to perimeter you just have to count from a point how much distance you have to travel to come back to the same point, because of which there will be change in the perimeters, right? So you see here, this I am taking as a 2x, this I will take as a y. There is a reason for me to take 2x here. If you want you can take x also, there is no problem. But why I am taking 2x? This is actually diameter which is equal to 2r. That means my radius will become x if I take it as a 2x. For that sake I am taking 2x. But it is not necessary that you have to take only the 2x. If you want you can take x also. Still you will get the same answer. Right? Now again obviously this value will also become y. Now let us come back to the question. Total perimeter of window is 10 meters they had given. Let us see, I am starting from this point. From this point to this point I have to travel 2x units. From here to here it is y. From this point to this point it is 180 degree shift, and the 180 into x will become, because we discussed here no, pi r will be the pi r plus 2r is the perimeter of semicircle. But you just observe here, we are not going to take this base into count. That means this diameter part we won't count, because you are moving on the circumference. So till here you counted just now. From here to here again it is y units. This is equal to 10 meters they had given, right? So this, for this sake, if I take this as a x, what will happen? My radius will become x by 2. Then this x has to be replaced with x by 2. Just to avoid this fraction x by 2 here, I had considered the length of the rectangle as in 2x. But if you want, you can take, as I said, this you can take x also. There won't be any change in the answer. So hope this point is clear. Why we are not taking 2r into count here? Because you are just moving on the circumference. You are not going inside the figure. So 2r should not be taken into account. Right? Now you see here, this is further simplification. 2x, 2y plus pi x is equal to 10 meters. Let this be first equation. Right? So here I would like to find the value of x or y, that we will see little later. Now see the question, find the dimensions of window to admit maximum light through the whole opening. So it is very clearly stating that maximize we have to look for. Admit the maximum light through the whole opening means area of rectangle plus area of semicircle they are asking. So that means my function is area, that is L into B plus pi r square, half into pi r square, because area of semicircle is half pi r square, because area of circle is pi r square. So pi into x whole square. So this is equal to, I am getting 2xy plus half x square or pi x square by 2 is the required function for me. Now here, according to our conditions that we have a 2 variables here, we have to reduce it into single variable. Now from this I would like to find out the value of y, because if I want to find the value of x means I have to substitute at the two places, x and even x square. So I will prefer only one substitution. So I will find the value of x from y from this. From this, y is equal to 10 minus pi x minus 2x whole divided by 2 plus pi x square by 2. 2 and 2 will get cancelled, so you will be getting 10x minus pi x square minus 2x square plus pi x square by 2. On further simplification, 10x minus 2x square minus pi x square by 2 you will get, because this is minus pi x square plus pi x square by 2. If I take LCM, I will get minus pi x square by 2. Right? So now you can observe here I am having only one variable here, that is x. So I will apply differentiation with respect to x. dA by dx is equal to 10 minus 4x minus x square differentiation is 2x. 2 and 2 will get cancelled, so I will get pi x. So if I equate this to 0, dA by dx to 0, then what will happen? 10 is equal to 4x plus pi x. So from this I will be getting x is equal to 10 by 4 plus pi I am getting. Right? So you observe in the question what they are asking, find the dimensions of the window. So dimensions is completely dependent on the 2x and y value. You got x value and then you have to find the y and 2x values. That will give you the information about what are the dimensions of the window. So see here, y we substituted y is equal to 10 minus 2x minus pi x. So this is 10 minus x of 2 plus pi. You just now got the value of x as a 10 by 4 plus pi. Substitute that 10 minus 10 by 4 plus pi into 2 plus pi. I can take the 10 common, 1 minus of 2 plus pi by 4 plus pi. So simplify it further. Let us see what we are going to get. So let us simplify this. Y is equal to, I will get the LCM as a 4 plus pi and 10 into 4 plus pi minus 2 minus pi. You will be getting 20 divided by 4 plus pi. Okay, so you got x value and you got y value. These are the dimensions of the windows. Okay, but you see in this question we didn't prove for the maximizing the light. So maximization in the sense we have to prove the second order derivative has to be less than 0. So let us apply differentiation for this. dA by dx is equal to So here whole divided by 2 will be there, no? So into 1 by 2 will come, that is equal to 10 by 4 plus 5. This is the another dimension y. So dA by dx is nothing but 10 minus 4x minus 5x. So d square a by dx square, let us find out, which is equal to minus 4 minus 5, which is less than 0. Therefore area is maximum when, see, our dimensions of the windows are 2x and the length breadth is the y. So 2x value will become 20 divided by 4 plus 5 is the one dimension, and another dimension is y, which is equal to 10 divided by 4 plus 5. These are the dimensions of the windows. So if you just try to connect everything what we discussed in this question is, first thing we should understand what is actually they meant by perimeter. That is the important point. And is the perimeter means just the addition of the two figures that they had given to us, or do we have to calculate it separately? My suggestion is better don't use the perimeter formulas directly and don't add those two, because when one figure is surmounted on the other, what actually will happen, one part of the, there will be a coinciding of at least one part for both the figures, because of which there will be change in the perimeter. That's why it's better, instead of using the formulation directly, better you calculate it again how we are getting the perimeter formula, right? In the similar way, and remaining process is as usual. You will be getting two variables, you have to convert into single variable, apply differentiation, equate to 0, get the turning point. Then as they are asking for the dimensions, I found the value of y, and if they are asking you to prove for the maximization or minimization, accordingly d square a by dx square you have to calculate. Okay. Now let us see one more figure. It is almost the same question only. There will be a small change in the dimensions, but what they had given here, instead of a semicircle placing on the rectangle, now they are placing an equilateral triangle on a rectangle. A window has a shape of rectangle surmounted by an equilateral triangle. So you are having a base rectangle, on the top of that you are having an equilateral triangle. They specified it's an equilateral triangle. So if I take all these dimensions will become x, and this is also will become x, and let it be y, because here as I said, one part of there will be a coinciding of at least one part of both the figures. That is what this side, base of a triangle and the upper length of a rectangle got coincide with each other. In this question they mentioned that perimeter is equal to 12 meters, remaining part is same. So let us find perimeter now. Let us say from here I am starting, x plus y plus x plus x plus y is equal to 12 they had given. So 3x plus 2y is equal to 12 units. Okay. So x plus y plus x plus x plus, and then this is y. So this is how I am moving along the circumference. And perimeter they had given as a 12. Again they are asking for the maximum light through the window. So area is my function again xy, and then plus root 3 by 4 x square, because area of a equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 a square. So see here I told you in the previous question I took this as a 2x, but here I am taking as an x, because in the semicircle as I explained that the base is nothing but a diameter which is 2 times of radius. Just to avoid the fraction component, what I did, I took it as a multiple of 2 so that it will be easy for me to calculate. But here if you see, I have taken base as an x only. That means length of the rectangle I am taking as an x, because there is no diameter for the case of a triangle and there is no that component, because of which my work will be simple even if I keep it like this, right? So here again I am having two variables. A is equal to, again I will prefer substituting value of y, because here x is placed at the two positions. If I take the value of x means I have to substitute in the two different positions. Instead I will go for y, which is 12 minus 3x divided by 2 plus root 3 by 4x square. So this is 12x by 2 minus 3x square by 2 root 3 by 4x square. this is 6x minus, this is x square differentiation is 2x, sorry, this is 6 only we will get, because 6x differentiation is 6, and this is minus 6x because x square differentiation is 2x, 2 and 2 will get cancelled, so you will get 3 here, and this is root 3 by 2x you will be getting. This is dA by dx, right? So we got the value of dA by dx, we have to equate it to 0 to get the value of x. dA by dx to 0, that means what we are getting, 6 is equal to 3x minus root 3 by 2x. But my intention here is to find out the value of x here. 6 is equal to x, if I take common, 3 minus root 3 by 2 is my common part. So x value will become 6 divided by 6 minus root 3 into 2, because if I take LCM and if I send to other side I will get 12 divided by 6 minus root 3. So x value I am getting as an 12 divided by 6 minus root 3, right? So this is fine, we got the value of x. So if I just find out here, I have to prove for the maximizing the light in the sense second order derivative I have to find out. If I find the second order differentiation, d square a by dx square minus 3x differentiation will become minus 3 and then plus root 3 by 2 I will get. So this is equal to minus 6 plus root 3 by 2, which is less than 0. Why? Because root 3 value is 1.732, minus 6 plus 1.732 is minus 4 point something. Anyway, it is negative. But what you have to find out in the question, we have to find the dimensions of the window. So x value we have, why we are having relation as an 12 minus 3x divided by 2. So let us substitute x value now. 12 minus 3 times of 12 divided by 6 minus root 3 whole divided by 2. So if you simplify this, you will be getting the another dimension value, that is y. So simplify this. If I take the LCM and all, 12 6 is 72 minus 12 root 3 minus 36 whole divided by 2 times of 6 minus root 3. So this is 36 minus 12 root 3 by 2 times of 6 minus root 3. So if you want, you can take the 12 as a common from the numerator. Then I will get 12 if I take common 3 minus root 3 by 2 times of 6 minus root 3. So simplify this further 2 here. So 6 times of 3 minus root 3 by 6 minus root 3. So just a calculation thing only, maybe it is looking like a root 3 and all, because we are getting this root 3 factor since for the simple reason that area of an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 a square. Because of that only we are getting this root 3 factor, and if you just do it with a little bit concentration, you can get your answers easily, right? So this is very important model for the case study based question, because in the last year Sahodaya paper and even many Kochi, Sahodaya and all these papers, we are having at least one surmounted based question, especially from the maximum minima, and even from the maximum minima also specifically about this model came in the case study based question. So please, it's a very simple one, you just have to concentrate on what is the given perimeter for the figure, that is the only thing. Okay, so hope you enjoy this video. If you have any doubts, you can post in the comment section. We can discuss your doubts in the next class. Thank you for watching.